Hey ladies, welcome back to my brand new channel for Grown Women Only. I'm your host Nikki, and on this show we talk about love, life lessons, and leveling up, leveling up, leveling up. And as you guys know, this is a safe space for women. We do not judge, we do not embarrass, we do not condemn. We are only here to uplift, inspire, and encourage. Gentlemen, you are more than welcome to sit in, but the minute you come for my ladies is the minute I come for you. So let's talk about today's topic. And today's topic is security is much more important than looks. Security is much more important than looks. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is because a lot of women often tell me that they can't find a good man. And when I ask them what is a good man, they don't start with traits or attributes. They start out with looks. Oh, girl, he has to be like 6'6", 6 feet tall with a six pack making six figures. And it kind of makes me wonder if a lot of women aren't single because they are placing value in the wrong thing. Ladies, I'm not saying that you have to date an ugly, ugly, ugly man. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that a lot of us are passing up very awesome men because they are not traditionally what we would call handsome, or they are not what we would typically date, right? And in doing so, I think we just throw a lot of guys to the wayside. Having been married and engaged, there are a couple of things I do know about men, right? And one thing I do know is that a woman is a receiver and a man is a giver. And to me, that automatically speaks to masculine and feminine. Masculine is giving, receiving is feminine. And whenever you have men who believe that they are the prize, i.e., the beautiful men, oftentimes, not all, but oftentimes, there is a lot of role reversal that goes on. These men become very feminine. They become very lax. They want you to chase them. They do not chase you. They do not hunt because they feel like they don't have to do anything because everybody's automatically coming up to them and giving them what they want. It's like a spoiled child, right? It's like this kid can do anything he wants and he receives everything he wants. And a lot of people's relationships are like that, where this guy might be like fine. I mean, a god, like beautiful. But inside his heart is so evil and wicked. And the only reason that you are with this man is because aesthetically he's beautiful or his sex is good. Because haven't you noticed that oftentimes when a man is beautiful and his sex is good, it's like the only thing that women seem to need from him, even though he's garbage in other areas of his life? Like, listen to me. Women, you are the prize, not a man. And you know what makes you the prize? Because you have a womb, because you are a nurturer, because you can multiply. The thing is, women, and I keep trying to explain this to my ladies, especially to my young women, listen to me. Never chase a man. The man is to do the chasing. Because when you start doing that, when you start chasing a man, you cheapen yourself. And nowadays, it seems as though men have brainwashed women into thinking if you have requirements or standards, or you require that a man takes care of you, that you are a gold digger. Now, let me back it up a bit. I'm not saying that a woman should not be able to do for herself. I believe she should. I believe that you cannot ask of a man what you cannot do for yourself. But a lot of us are doing everything for ourselves, giving these men everything, and they give you nothing, right? So ladies, I will say this over and over and over and over and over again till I'm blue in the face. Men are providers. Alpha men, high value men are providers. They're protectors. They provide security. And ladies, that is the most important thing to a woman. And if it is not the most important thing to you, if you are valuing looks over security, honey, you got this all twisted. Because as a woman, you have an innate need to be safe. I will tell you, I have been engaged and I have been married, right? And there is nothing like knowing that I am provided for and that I am safe. Ladies, it is not your job to go out here and work like a man. It is your job to provide and nurture and love and multiply. That is what you do. And if you don't believe me, before God gave Adam to Eve, God gave Adam a job, right? He was already conquering things. He already had dominion. He was already in his full manhood. He had everything needed to make his life whole, right? The only thing he was missing was companionship. God saw that he was lonely and that he needed a companion. Ladies, when men ask you what you bring to the table, that is what you bring. Your feminine essence, your companionship, your beauty, because everything was already on the scene before you got here. And you should expect nothing less when you start courting men or desiring to enter into a serious relationship. Whenever you do it the opposite way, it doesn't feel right. And even if you can't articulate it, it doesn't feel right in your soul, in your emotions, in your thoughts. And before you know it, you're resentful because you're not meant to do what men do. You are a woman. You are valuable. You're meant for companionship. You're meant for babies and nurturing and love and sustaining of life, bringing forth life, carrying life. You are valuable. You are valuable because you are built for companionship. Don't let these men tell you otherwise. And the thing about it that I absolutely love is that women, you are a double whammy. Because it also says in the Bible that when a man finds a wife, when you desire to be a wife, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That's the first one. And he obtains favor from the Lord. So not only are you a good thing, you bring favor. Like, girl, nowhere in the Bible do I ever see when a woman finds a man. That's not how it reads. That is not how it reads. So do not allow these men to trample all over your self-worth. Ladies, do not get with these men because they're aesthetically pleasing, but can't provide any type of security for you, because security is much more important. What I will say this is about my relationships is that when I had my children, I was always with men who could provide for me. I never got with a man who did not allow me to stay in my feminine. Ladies, if he does not have his financial house in order, if he is not getting his financial house in order, if he does not understand that you need to be protected and provided for, which is a form of security, if he cannot offer this to you, then he's not the one for you. Ladies, I fully believe in vetting these men because I'll say it again. Before Eve came on the scene, Adam had a job. He had a place to live. He was doing his thing. He had dominion. He was a ruler. He had dominion. He was a ruler. So why would you get with a man who does not have dominion over his life, who is not a builder, who is not running things in his own life? Ladies, it is not your job to take care of men. It is not your job. And whenever that role reversal comes into play, that man will become very timid and feminine, and you'll become very aggressive and masculine. And when the sexes, I believe, start trading places, oh, honey, it gets interesting. It gets super interesting. And as a woman, let me tell you this, there is no such thing as being a gold digger when you have a requirement of your husband or your mate being able to take care of you financially. High value men understand this. And the thing is, high value men don't ever say you're a gold digger because you know what? They got it. They don't care. So you mean to tell me when a man has money and he wants to sit in your presence and he wants to look at you and smell you and look at you in all of your lusciousness, that spending a couple dollars to do it is going to hurt his pocket? No. He understands that he has to pay to play. He understands pre-qualifying. If he wants to buy a house, he got to pre-qualify. If he wants to get a car, he has to pre-qualify. He even understands that in his job, in his current profession, that there is a 90 to 120 day period where he is judged on his behavior and his performance. Men understand this. Ladies, do not allow men to tell you that you're being a gold digger or you're being disrespectful, or you're being, what's the other one they use all the time? You're being needy, or you doing the most because you have requirements and standards. They're called standards because you stand on them. You require this. This is a must in order for you to feel safe as a woman. Ladies, when you do it backwards, you screw yourself. Don't screw yourself. And the thing about it is, honey, you're only looking for one. You're only looking for one. You're only looking for one high value man who's going to love you, protect, and provide. And then when it comes to kids, that's a whole nother situation. I got a divorce. But one thing I will never take from my kids' fathers is that they were not good providers. Oh my God, listen, if a man loves you, he will change your life. I had one love experience and we're still good friends to this day. And this man changed my life, paid for school, paid for books, paid for me to get my nails done, my feet done, always made sure I was dressed in the latest, went shopping, bought me what I needed. He bought me so much stuff that I didn't need anything. Have you ever been with a man who caters to you and buys you so much stuff you don't need anything? He even had money. Like, listen, if you want to go hang out with your friends, here's some money, do this, do that. He was a businessman. He was a great man. Ladies, when a man loves you, he will change your life. And I keep telling you, you're only looking for one. Security is much more important than looks. Leave these pretty boys alone. Leave these bad boys alone. Stop looking at the aesthetically beautiful man who's a god, but a devil on the inside. He looks like a god on the outside, but he's a devil on the inside. Give these average dudes a chance. So what? He doesn't work in a corporate. Maybe he's a blue collar worker, but he makes good money. Maybe he doesn't drive a Camaro or a Bentley. Maybe he drives a pickup truck instead. Maybe he's not over 6 feet tall. He might be 5'11". He might be 5'7", but he loves you and he adores you and he cares about you. Ladies, the man you pick is a reflection of your self-esteem. You only want the best. You only want the man who's going to take care of you, who's going to provide for you, who's going to treat you like a queen, who is going to allow you to raise a family in comfort, right? Because as a woman, when you start raising children, the last thing you ever want to do is worry about money. And ladies, don't have no babies by these broke ass dudes. Don't date dudes who don't have any money. Because your life must be in order. A man understands that when he is looking for his wife, that his life must be in order, or he must be on his way to getting his life in order. Ladies, I'm telling you, looks take a back seat when it comes to security. As a woman, you need to be protected, provided, loved, and cherished, because you are the great multiplier. You bring favor into a man's life. You are a good thing, and you have to get with a guy who understands that you are a good thing. And the only way that you will ever understand how a man feels about you, or understand that a man thinks that you are the prize, is how he treats you, right? So ladies, I know y'all like these pretty boys. I do. I understand that. But if these men ain't no good, I don't care how good they look, leave them alone. Your love, your attention, your adoration, your respect, that kind of stuff has high value, and it should only be given to a high value man. And for me, like, I have gone out with guys who were okay on the looks department, but the more they were kind to me and sweet to me and good to me, the more beautiful and handsome they became to me, because I could see their soul. I was able to see what they would do for me and how they would love and cherish me. Ladies, listen to me. Listen. Leave these good-looking bad boys alone. Leave them alone. There are men out here. There are tons of men. I meet men all the time. But what happens is as a female, when they don't look like you think they should look, you pass them by. Maybe your husband is not going to be that 6-figure earner. Maybe he's a 5-figure earner. I don't know. Maybe he works in construction, or he's blue collar, or, maybe he's that geek or that nerd. I mean, you just never know. But ladies, stop passing by men who would add so much value to your life because they are aesthetically not what you would normally date. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. And I promise You'll be surprised. So as I always say, ladies, love is life. Life is love. You guys have an awesome day. Bye. Oh, and leave those bad boys alone. Leave them 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 alone.